Hi guys, and welcome back to another painting tutorial. So today I'm going to take you through how to paint Battleworn Purity Seals, well at least one method for painting them. So it's just something I've thought up with sort of on the go. I was going for an overall sort of pretty grim dark vibe with this converted Terminator Chaplain that I was working on. So it doesn't really matter what undercoat you're working over. I am of course working over Chaos Black in this instance, but I've just done a few thin coats of grey SEER as a base coat. And now just with some APOTHECARY white contrast paint on my wet palette, just with a small amount of water added, I'm just going to shade in a couple of layers of this over the Purity Seal. And after having given that a bit of time to dry, I'm now going to use some fairly thinned down SKAVENBLIGHT DINGE, and I'm just going to work in the recesses and just do some minor stippling in some areas of the Purity Seal as well. Just to mention as well, for anyone new to my channel and you're wondering what brush that I'm using, it's just my Raphael 8404 size 30 brush, just a personal preference of mine at the moment. But yeah, really great brushes, have always been reliable for the years that I've been using them, and they certainly are more affordable, so if you're on a slightly more of the budget side, I'd highly recommend checking out the Raphael range, as they really do last a long time with regular brush care, such as using the Masters brush cleaner, for example, which I also really recommend because again it's a very affordable product and really useful in keeping those brushes healthy for longer. And now just to add a little bit further Battleworn appearance to the Purity Seals, I'm just going to carefully shade in some Steel Legion DRAB. Again, this is heavily watered down, and I'm really, as you can see if you look at the other Purity Seals on the model, I've already shaded down just the bottom. So you can just do a little bit at the bottom, a little bit at the top, or if you want them to be really worn, you can of course do this over the entirety of the Purity Seal if you want to. Next up, just to begin highlighting everything, I decided to use ULTHUAN Grey. So just highlighting all of the most raised areas and also just doing some thin lines elsewhere as well. Just be sure not to overlap anything in the recesses though. And to finish up the Purity Seal, I decided to go with a subtle grey for all of the text, which is just going to be ESHIN grey. So as you can see, fairly watered down. You don't want this running too much, but you certainly don't want it too thick. So I was really just going for some very subtle text and just in a stippling motion, as you can see. Also just creating a little bit of separation, just to give it the appearance of, word by word as opposed to just doing complete straight lines. And here's a photo of the completed Terminator Chaplain. So I hope you found this tutorial useful today. It's a really simple one today. I'll have plenty more coming in the near future. And as always guys, if you would like to support the channel, the links are in the description below. If you're planning on buying any of your hobby needs in Australia, the USA or the UK, it won't cost you anything extra, but it does support the channel. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one.